Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Elite Wrestling World. I am your host GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here for AEW Collision post show review. Loaded card for tonight. FTR versus the Rascalz announced for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and Claudio versus Konosuke Takeshita will main event tonight. So let's get dive into it and talk about that. So we started off with the Rascalz versus FTR for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The match opened slow, which means FTR take advantage at the start of the match. Then we saw Wentz responded with a slap of his own and Harwood bailed from the ring to the floor to regroup. We saw Stokely Hathaway choked Xavier with a protection cable as the referee was distracted by Zachary Wentz. The match turned to the favor of the Rascalz briefly, but Zachary Wentz ended up finding himself isolated in FTR's corner. We saw Wheeler saved Harwood from a arm breaker, but Wentz hit a Yuzugiri on Harwood and dropped Wheeler, but was left on the opposite side of the ring. Harwood got up and nailed Xavier with a lariat that turned him inside out. Rascalz then hit Stereo Tope Suicida to the floor. Dezmond Xavier hit a frog splash on Harwood and a senton bomb for a very close 2 count. Then we saw Harwood hit a super back suplex on Wentz for a close 2 count. Harwood up for a very close 2 count with a roll up, and Xavier tagged in a super kick Harwood into a German suplex and a jackknife pin on Harwood for another close 2 count. Rascalz went for the hot fire flame, but Harwood got the knees up. Wheeler managed to shove him off as Wentz hit a handspring to the ropes and turned around right into the shatter machine, and FTR retains the title in a very good opening tag team match. Next up is Tommaso Ciampa versus Danny Garcia. Mark Briscoe was on commentary for this one. Ciampa was very aggressive from the start of the match. Garcia managed to smash Ciampa knee into the ring post. Then Garcia sent Ciampa into the guardrail and set up his leg on the top of the guardrail to drop kick it. That looks nasty. Ciampa managed to make a brief comeback with some strikes. Ciampa then managed to hit the Project Ciampa out of the corner on Garcia, but Garcia kicked out. Garcia rolled to the floor and shoved Briscoe, and Briscoe got up to get in his face. This led to him accidentally clashing with Ciampa, and Garcia rolled Ciampa up and scored the flash pin. So Daniel Garcia beats Tommaso Ciampa. Briscoe and Ciampa argued in the ring, and Ciampa slapped the hand of Briscoe away. As Briscoe was leaving, FTR came out, and Briscoe came back to the ring to defend Ciampa. And FTR decided not to attack with Briscoe there, and Briscoe and Ciampa seemed to be getting along as well. So they got back to the entrance, and then boom, Ciampa attacked Briscoe and started beating him on with the FTR looking on. Ciampa hit a running knee, spit on Briscoe's bandana and left him laying, and FTR looked impressed, and Ciampa now has officially turned heel, and the Psycho Killer is alive and might be aligning himself with FTR. I think it's a very good decision to turn him heel this early. That fits his character, the Psycho Killer. Next up is Swerve Strickland versus Gravity. Swerve hit a hard kick to the back of Gravity. Gravity used a cradle for a 2 count, but Swerve jumped into the air, stomping Gravity, then kicking him in the face with the house call. Swerve yanked the hair of Gravity and then hit a huge Swerve storm of the top rope and get the house call, connects and gets the win. So again, Swerve Strickland is looking the most dangerous man in AEW, and I think the match at Revolution against Brody King is going to be brutal as well. Then we saw Kris Statlander was backstage and said that her and Hekla were 1-1 in their matches, and now they are going to 2 out of 3 falls match at Revolution. Tekla came out to live audience to respond to the video Statlander recorded. Tekla initially said that she wouldn't accept the match and wondered why Statlander thought she could beat Tekla twice in one night. She then told Statlander to take her own advice and quit because everything Statlander is afraid of is everything she is. And that was a very great promo from Tekla, and looking forward to that match as well. Next up is 4-way tag team match for the 200k. LFI versus Swerve versus Private Party versus the Outrunners. Nigel McGuinness and Tony Schiavone was talking about the tag team division in AEW. LFI took Cassidy to the floor and beat him all around ringside, and the Swerve and LFI both hit 4 dropkicks simultaneously on Cassidy. Roosh got into the face of Daryl Cassidy, demanding Cassidy beat him in a match in 2019. It was 16 seconds, and we saw Outrunners finally tagged in, and Dental Castle went insane on commentary for that as well. Realistico with the springboard stunner and then tried to strike, but this was a fatal mistake as Realistico chopped the life out of him and hit a Hurricane Runner to the floor. Swirl and Private Party exchanged super kicks until Quen was caught in the tree of woe and they hit a drop kick as well. Canadian destroyed on Quen for a 2 count that Cassidy broke up, and we saw Canadian destroyed on Lee Johnson hit by Cassidy as well, then hit a doomsday cutter on Johnson for the victory, and Private Party gets the 200k. A very good tag team match, and the division is getting back together as well. Backstage, we saw Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey were backstage, and Swerve Strickland just comes in and he wanted to talk about Kevin Knight directly, saying that he had his foot on the neck of his opponent but couldn't finish the job, and if he wanted to succeed among killers, he was going to have to become a killer himself. And this was definitely teasing a Knight heel turn, but could go in several different directions. As we saw, Nana is walking around with the embassy towel, so might be Swerve building his own version of Mogul embassy again, and Kevin Knight could be a very good addition to that faction as well. Next up is Megan Bayne and Lena Cross versus Timeless Love Bombs. Cross and Bayne easily overpowered Storm and Shirakawa early on. Lena Cross hit a big sidewalk slam on Shirakawa and tagged out to Bayne, and Bayne just hit Shirakawa running up to the ropes and hitting a flying crossbody onto the floor. Cross got up and hit an electric chair drop onto the apron on Storm. Mina hit a head scissors on Bayne and then a shotgun dropkick off the middle rope as well. So it's breaking down between the ring. Cross came in and power bombed Storm and Shirakawa off the ropes with the old Tower of Doom spot. Then we saw Megan Bayne fought out of it and turned it over, but Storm rolled her back in. Marina Xavier ran down to ringside and pulled Storm from the apron and hit a judo throw. Lena Cross then hit a jackhammer as a finisher of his own on Shirakawa for the pinfall victory. So again, a very good debut for Lena Cross as well. Next up, we saw Mark Briscoe backstage, and he was very pissed off of Tommaso Ciampa, what Ciampa did to him earlier. So Briscoe said that he should have trusted his instincts, and that he was really angry that the people that call the Briscoes their greatest rivals, FTR, would be joining Ciampa. So we get the official match announced for Dynamite. It's gonna be Ciampa and FTR versus Bucks and Mark Briscoe. A very good match. Next up is the debut of the War Dogs. This was a massacre as the former Bullet Club War Dogs destroyed the enhancement talent here, and David Finlay finishing with the overkill finisher. And it looks good to see War Dogs in AEW. Toni Storm came out and said enough was enough, and it was time for her to fight Marina Shafir one-on-one, and it's gonna be happening at Revolution, and everyone is banned from ringside. And when she beats Marina Shafir, she was going to take back her AEW Women's World Championship. So again, another good match announced for Revolution as well. And in the main event, we saw Claudio Castagnoli versus Konosuke Takeshita. Moxley joined the commentary desk for this one. We have two very strong, very big athletic men in this match. Claudio racked the eyes and then hit a shoulder tackle to lay Takeshita out. Moxley was going to likely narrow in on that when their match happened, talking about the strategy how he gonna beat Takeshita at Revolution as well. Takeshita feel the chops from Claudio, and then Takeshita countered a European uppercut attempt with the hard forearm as well. Takeshita went for the power drive knee, but Claudio countered into a big swing and then locked on the combo armbar, and STF as well. Claudio only got a 2 count for a pop-up uppercut, and then he grabbed 2 chairs from ringside and threw them into the ring. As the referee was taking the chairs out, Claudio grabbed the CML title and hit Takeshita with it, but Hachisaru pulled the title away from Claudio. This allowed Takeshita to hit a power drive knee for a 2 count and went for a second, but Claudio hit a European uppercut and a neutralizer, but Takeshita kicked out as well. Takeshita countered another neutralizer attempt into a Hurricane Rana and rolled back onto his feet and hit the power drive knee, and then Raging Fire for a pinfall win. And that was a very good match, hard hitting match between these two, and Takeshita gets the momentum for Revolution's match. Post match, we saw Moxley and Takeshita were facing off on the floor, and they just started fighting. Moxley got up and immediately brawling with Takeshita and Hachisaru as well. The show went off the air with this brawl happening. So again, a very good episode of Collision, and the Revolution card is stacked. So please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.